them. No, the VeggieTales video.
Yes, same.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, so growing up in a Christian household, I was obsessed with VeggieTales as a kid, and I started rewatching it. And still today, like Phil Vischer's new What's in the Bible show actually got me into going. Yeah, and actually got me more into my faith.
Word. Now Phil's a cool guy. I like him.
Yeah.
He told me, he like tweeted me. He's like, I watched the video and I teared up, and I'm like, shut up, Phil. You made my childhood.
Yeah, in fact, but right now, Phil. Phil has a podcast, and right now, all I know is that is that he did an episode. I'm trying to remember.
He paid you to do this, didn't he? To advertise his God podcast.
All I know is that he did an episode. That him and the lead singer of Skillet. So they were beefing.
Skillet. Oh yeah, I remember Skillet.
They were beefing over deconstruction because they both have podcasts, and so it led to a bit of a rivalry between the two podcasts.
That's pretty
Cooper
cool.
Holy Post versus Cooper stuff.
Awesome. Thank you for your question. Thank you for watching our video. My video.
Yeah. Our video.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Venna Yuki. I just want to know, what is the most embarrassing story for one of your videos?
I love that we're already at this point of the panel. Thank you.
All right,
We need to get to the good stuff.
Dang, you threw in a haymaker already.
There's so many.
Well, go on.
I'm trying to.
What about that time you got kicked out of the mall?
Oh yeah, I did. I got kicked out of a mall because I was filming a Valentine's Day video, and I like always do this Valentine's Day, like, oh, I'm so alone on Valentine's Day, whatever. And I was running around there, like jumping over trash cans and lying on the floor and doing all this stuff. And then like the guards the entire time were in the background, like walking after me. I guess I was moving too fast, so they couldn't catch up to me. And so like I thought they were just like scrolling the thing. I didn't think they were specifically after me. So like it was just like hopping around. And I was like, oh yeah. And it was like, you need to leave. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then that was no, but there's another one that was really, I'll get to it in a second, because I know there was one that was just bad.
See, I know I have an answer, but I can't think of it. I'm like, have I been cringe before? Well, yes, but which time? Which time?
The problem is a lot of us up here have such little shame.
Oh, we're awful.
Yeah. I mean, we all built our careers in the back of My Little Pony.
Yeah, like,
we started at the bottom of the barrel and just kept digging.
This pantheon of cringe.
So this isn't necessarily embarrassment as much as it.
Well, you can't feel embarrassment.
Correct. No, but looking back, I realized how in danger my life was when I did it.
What?
So to speak. So as I mentioned, I had a lot of My Little Pony content on my channel. One day I decided, you know what would be fun? Would be to go to Las Vegas, go onto Fremont Street. Anyone here been to Las Vegas?
Sorry.
Wrong crowd. But anyways, Fremont Street's like old town Las Vegas, and everyone goes there to get drunk, do things that I don't think have a prescription, and just forget about the night. And I decided, well, what if I walked around interviewing these people who were fully intoxicated, asking them very vague questions about My Little Pony? To the point where I started running into people that I was like, what's happening right now? And I'm sure when they woke up, they were like, what happened last night? It's called My Little Vegas. And I ended up actually getting kicked off of Fremont Street. I did. Not the people that I was interviewing. We got kicked off because
you brought a camera.
We had a camera and a microphone, and they're like, all right, MTV. I'm like, right, because I'm sure they're walking around with a $200 camcorder getting their footage. But
Tosh.0.
So yeah, it got weird. So yeah.
There was a time where Gabe and I, it was like back in 2015, we decided to like take his guns and go shoot like stuffed animals.
Yeah.
And we did that near a train track that we thought was like abandoned. So here we are like filming a video where we're just like blowing up like stuffed bears with like soda popped like inside of the stuffed animals. And a train came by and the conductor's like, hey. Just looking at us and we're like, we're filming a video.
That was probably thought it was.
It was Alabama, so it's par for the course.
Right. Oh crap! A train robbery. I'm sure that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like if a video is more than a year old, I can't even watch it anymore because all I see is cringe.
And I'm like, just a year, Gabe? I can't watch your current ones.
Thank you. Well, I know. What current ones? Well, no, it's
Fake fans.
I don't know. The thing is, I think that's actually probably a good thing though, because like if I loved the videos I made 4 years ago, then I wouldn't be improving my content or
making
past tense.
content.
Or making content.
Right.
You know, maybe I've gotten too picky, but I don't know. It's like I look back at some of my old stuff, especially if it has a lot of views, and I'm like, oh, I really don't want people to watch this. So I just pretend it doesn't exist and collect the money.
At least you don't unlist every video
All
you ever
$7.
make. I said at least he doesn't unlist every video he's ever made.
Oh! I've got some embarrassment I need to hide from God. In the confession booth. Forgive me, Father, for I have uploaded.
For I have made pony
Jax,
content.
you have the 300 video, right?
On like my
I don't know.
2012.
He-
No,
he
okay.
lies.
Here's the thing.
He's
I know,
so
I swear-
full of it.
No, actually, on my 2012.
10 years you've been saying
I know,
this.
but I have it on my 2012 live. I just need to repair.
Sure.
I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
I found a clip of it on like my hard drive, but like only a bit of it.
Oh.
It's lost media, my
Post
friend.
it.
Yeah.
Post it.
I made a cringe video like back in 2012, and these folks are saying like they still have access to it or they downloaded it. It's been like 9 years.
I still
and
have the Crystal
I
Ponies
don't
one too.
believe
Okay,
you.
I still do though.
You're like, I
Crystal
got you for
Ponies?
barrel sabers, but I got
This
your
is what
cringe
no
video.
shame looks like.
And I'm like, show me it then, and they never do.
Did you okay. Let
Did
me
you
repair-
redo? Yeah,
No,
that's what I
let me
thought.
repair. Oh, fine.
Well, fine.
For the record, you're the one who turned to us going, I can't think of an embarrassing video. And then I'm like, oh, wait.
And then you list my entire catalog. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's a great question.
What's up, guys? My name is Steve. How you doing?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so kind of a two-header. One kind of for all you guys, and then one pointed to Saber. First question is, if just in general, would you, if anybody was like kind of really passionate about getting into YouTube, like how would you recommend them go forward with that?
So many layers to that question.
Yeah.
I figured as much.
It's just a consistency thing of just like, okay, you have to realize like you can't go into YouTube thinking, oh, it's going to be a career. It's going to be like my next thing. Like I'm going to quit my job and do this full time because that never like it's a huge gamble, huge gamble. So like ideally what you would want to do is like be doing it on the side, like just like, oh, I'm doing this consistently. Oh, whatever. Like for instance, when I was doing YouTube, I would like, when I was working at Burger King, as Frank Saber reminds you, and I was like literally, I would upload every Saturday so that I would have like, I just put it out there and I would get like 100 views per week on that video, just like, oh, whatever, that's what it is. And then gradually I built up a library of content. So like one of my videos took off, and so because I had a library of content, a bunch of people started marathoning that stuff. So it's just a consistency thing of uploading consistently, but realizing this is just fun, I'm enjoying this, and then just gradually getting better. So that's what I would really, how you would handle it, but don't like go into it like, because there are some people like, I quit my like 6-figure job, I'm doing all
If you
this,
have
I'm
a
doing that.
6-figure
Who?
job,
No, there are people I've known like this who
so-
would literally just go, I had a 6-figure job, I quit, and it's just like, man, I don't know why I'm not
Dude,
getting
that's
viewed, and it's just like,
I would actually,
I sold my house. I divorced my wife. It's like what?
adding on to, sorry. Just
Shut up,
to
Gabe.
the consistency thing, I've learned the hard way that not just consistent uploads, but consistent style. Like YouTube will punish you if you change up your style too much or if you're too diverse, which is unfortunate because I mean, you know, I like to do a lot of different types of content, but YouTube really only expects me to
They
do
really
this one
typecast
thing.
you pretty hard.
Yeah, and if you don't do that one thing, they don't know where to place you, and sometimes that'll make them, you know.
So
Right.
I'm gonna take the lighthearted approach to this answer. You
Don't.
said if you're passionate, like you have some you're passionate about that you want to talk about on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it.
do it.
Like there's nothing that says that once.
yeah, exactly.
I thought we were far enough removed, but seriously,
You're
like
on here.
there's nothing that says that you can't make one video, be happy about that one video, and be like, cool, I made that video. Like there's nothing that says, but then you're gonna have to make another video after that. That's up to you. That's up to you if you're like, you know what, I enjoyed putting this all together. I want to make another one, and kind of like what Jax was going off of. At some point, for a lot of times, we've told people that YouTube isn't something that you decide almost that you're like that you choose as a career. It's almost like YouTube chooses you.
Yeah.
Like, it
The
opens
one
up
that
that
chooses the
opportunity.
wizard,
But
Mr.
that's
Potter.
something that once you get there, you worry about. You know, if it's something that you have a passion about, something that you're like, I want to make a video about, do it.
Yeah, I think
Have fun with it.
I think an important thing too is that starting is the hardest part. Like a lot of people say, I want to be a YouTuber. It's like, well, as soon as you put your first video up, like that stops being something you want to do and something you can get better at. And that's the most important part, because that's the part that's going to take the longest. So I would just say, you know, you're going to have to like figure out as you start, like, what exactly am I doing? What is like my unique kind of variable that I'm putting into my videos that make them stand out from everybody else? That's not something you can really sit down and plan. It kind of happens organically. You're going to be doing a lot of research as well, trying to figure out like what my niche should be and like what kind
It's
of
like saying like
creators I like.
I want to do sports, and it's like, well, you know, there's a lot more to it than just sport. People say I want to do YouTube. It's like, well, what kind of content? How often do you upload? What's the amount of like work that goes into it?
But you can't even start answering those questions until you start making content.
Yeah.
I will say that it does help if you actually do care about what you're making. I see a lot of folks who just do it because they want to satisfy the algorithm, which I get. But like, if you are truly passionate about a topic, I think viewers, it's becoming more, at least to me, I feel that viewers they put more value on finding authenticity in like the content they're watching. They want to see what you have to say if you're being genuine and passionate, because that can be contagious. I mean, I watch videos where I'm like, I have no stake in this whatsoever. I don't even know what you're talking about, but you're so overwhelmingly passionate that to me is enough of a hook. And also, if you're passionate about it, you won't get fatigued as easily, because that grind for growing your channel is difficult.
Have you seen the video? In fact, I don't know if it's on YouTube, but there's a guy who does like train vlogs, and he has like the 360 cam, but it captures his face funny, and he was like,
the one where he does train hopping?
Yeah, and he's like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful loco! It's dick my butt. Has anyone seen this?
What?
Has anyone seen this video? But that's the kind of thing where it's like people laughed at the name of the train was Dick My Butt. but then people found this guy, and he's just so excited about trains that people started following, because they're like, this is awesome. Like it's so cool.
It also sounds kind of niche though too, which helps.
Oh yeah. And then the
niching down's
360
really
cam
good,
was just,
too.
it's so goofy because he's not using it properly. Probably at this point intentionally, but it's hilarious because he looks like Sid from Ice Age.
Yeah, with like the big eyes. Yeah. Yep.
So Saber,
Yes.
how's it feel being Rule 34?
Rule 34? Well, let's just say I turn 34 next year, so I'm ready.
Whoa.
You mean this year?
Or this year, whatever.
And one last thing, my friend couldn't make it, my friend Rain, because I don't know, I guess she's allergic to cons. But anyway, she just wanted to let you know that she enjoyed your analysis of Chip and Dale.
Oh, thank you. We'll give my love to them and tell them I said thank you.
Will do.
Thank you.
Howdy.
Hello.
My question is, so you've kind of like finally got your video set up. How would you like network like other creators for collabs? Like,
If
So, go on. You go.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you have like a niche that you're into, a lot of times, like, especially if it's like just starting out, if it's like a new anime or a new game or a new cartoon or whatever, usually there's other people also making that content. That's what happened with us with My Little Pony, like, and that's how we all met each other basically.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, that's like the biggest thing is like, if you're doing something similar, then sometimes other people will be like, yo, I watch your content and do it. Like, there are so many other YouTubers I've met who've literally just been like, yo, I know you do that content, or like they just check out your videos. And so it's like, it's something organic. You don't want to force it. Like, if you go up to someone like, yo, let's collab, it's like, I have no idea who you are. We've never met before and stuff like
It's
that.
good to have a resume of content that you can like. If you are the one inquiring to someone else to collab, that they can look at your catalog and go, okay, they know what you're talking about.
Also, you'll have better luck if you. I think the phrase is "reach out, not up." So
That's
you
a good
want
way
to
of
reach out
putting
to
it,
the
yeah,
people who are doing what you're doing on your level.
When the biggest series I have on my channel is called Bronies React, and when I had started that series, I had 120 subscribers, but I did have a bit of a catalog that people could look at the channel and go, okay, well, first off,
It's awful, terrible,
terrible.
garbage.
We gotta help him. But you know, with that, I was able to reach out to people. I was turned down with the initial one because nobody really did know who I was. But it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to reach out. You, especially starting out, you'll probably get a lot of no's, and it can be discouraging. But at the same point, that's the first thing. If you don't ask, you're you don't get any
Also,
answer.
it helps to be able to like read between the lines, where if someone's like, okay, that's a no, okay,
Right.
that's enough, moving on,
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you like certain hints. They're just like, I don't know. Like it's sort of like just read the room.
After
situation.
3 inquiries, if they say no, just drop it and
Yeah.
move on.
Move on.
Yeah.
With that encouraging news, thank you for your question.
All right, you have a great day.
I'm going.
Hello,
Is it okay if I give you my gift?
Is she cosplaying Sadie?
are you cosplaying Sabi?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
awesome.
That's awesome. That's
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
Oh my!
Oh, you're gonna save it. Oh, that's good.
The hair myself. I bought hair online. I got a Barbie doll. I had to cut the hair off, pull the head off, cut the glue out of the scalp inside the head, get new hair, get a little needle with
You went way too hard on.
She's
on
describing
only-
plastic surgery.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Crap.
Honest to God.
Can we
effort.
get? Okay, thank you so much. What are you doing, Gabe?
What she was doing.
Do you have a question as well? I mean, this is perfect. I'll be real with you. This is great. Thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's sweet. Yeah.
Thank you. This is going up on my canoe. Perfect.
Hello.
Yes, Kratos.
Yes, Kratos. That's awesome, by the way, man.
Thank you. I don't know where she's at.
What, your wife? Oh.
Soon to be.
Sorry.
Took about maybe 2-3 hours just to get all this on.
Oh my God.
There's so much, when I see cosplay these cons, I'm like, the amount of effort that us normies don't know about.
Right.
Like, you all go above and beyond. So well done to all the cosplayers.
Yeah.
Respect.
For
Thank
sure.
you. I'll try not to waste anyone's time here. I'm not really good with talking. I've got a bit of social anxiety.
You're doing an excellent job already. The fact that you
Yeah.
can talk is a wonderful first
Right,
step.
man.
Thank you. I guess my question is, I guess I have 2. I think one's with all of you, and then the others. I'm sorry. I those 2 know your name.
Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel.
Yeah, it's cool.
My first one is, I've been doing like gaming videos or so, like collabs or whatever, editing and funny moments, I guess. And I've been kind of wanting to get more passionate about like voice acting. I'm not really, good. I only know a few things, like like Red Dead or Arthur Morgan or something like that. And I've been wanting to like seek out and get more passionate, and something that I've been trying to do for a long time. I don't know if I can succeed in something like that.
You never know till you try.
He's a professional voice actor.
Yeah,
he's the one to,
he's the one to answer, Gabe.
Yeah, for sure.
He was in Finding Dory.
Yeah.
He's Ellen DeGeneres.
Hi, I'm Dory.
You were in that movie for like 10 minutes, and I don't think you said
You know
a single
the
word.
seagull?
I
It's
did
like,
not say a word.
what's
Did
his
not-
name?
It was a loon.
Becky.
Becky the loon.
Yeah, you're Becky.
I played a girl bird who can't speak. So typecasting. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, the biggest thing that's going to stand in your way is saying, I don't think I'm very good at this. It's not that you won't struggle with doubts. It's about overcoming those doubts and going for it anyway. So don't think, I book maybe 5% of the auditions that I go out for. So does pretty much everybody, even if they're the biggest voice actor. I don't care. You deal with a lot of rejection. The biggest thing is not taking it personally. They're not rejecting you. If you weren't right for the role, you weren't right for the role. That's not a personal thing. So honestly, the best way to get into voice acting is to just try out for as much of it as you can. And eventually someone will go, oh, that's the voice I need. And it's not even so much about being able to do a wide range of voices either. There's voice and there's acting, and each word has equal weight. So, my fiance Claire usually just uses her voice, but she's voiced in a lot of huge stuff because she's a good actor. So, and then, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
I guess then to give you like a real question, because you've been doing this for a long time, haven't you? do you do any like special techniques or so, like warm-ups or anything to like getting yourself prepared for the voice that you want to do for this character? You know, like, he looks weird, and how, you got to figure out.
Well, that's actually the fun part. It depends on the character, but yeah, I like to, a lot of times a breakdown will come with a picture, and you can just kind of look at the picture and be like, oh, that guy looks like he talks like this. And then you'll do it, and they'll be like, no, that's not how he talks. And then they hire someone else.
Out.
Or, and this is where I booked most of my roles, if they give you a voice reference. They're like, we want him to sound like a mix of this guy and this guy. And then you listen to both, and you go, I can do that. Or you go, nope. And then you don't audition. So it's just about trial and error. And but if you're having fun, it's worth it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sup, Virgil?
Hello.
How you doing? My name is Jin. I'm asking a question for myself and my friend in the audience there. So a little bit of context. The first time I met you guys was actually 3 years ago in Wisconsin, I believe, at PVCF 19. And at that point, I was at 5 subscribers on my YouTube channels, and at best getting maybe 10 views per video. And then I stopped by your How to YouTube channel, did a little more research, and now I'm at 68 subscribers, and some of my videos have 2,000 views. And as I was looking back, there were some older videos that's really trivial stuff that I don't care about, so I did some spring cleaning and just deleted those. And there are a couple more that I've been thinking about deleting, but I wanted to ask for your perspective when it comes to old videos on your channel that you don't really want over there anymore, either because you're not proud of them or they're not related to your content or your channel and stuff like that. Do you delete them, unlist them, or just leave them be?
Burn them all. It depends on the type of content, and it's up to you personally. Because sometimes if it's something where it's just like completely different from the content you're making, and you don't want to confuse your audience or whatever, then you can unlist those videos or private them if you want, or you can keep them up. I have a few on my channel that are more nostalgic and don't really reflect my current content, but I'm all sentimental and I want people to see my roots. So I keep them up. But then there's quite a few that I did unlist because I'm like, I'd rather not have them compete with my other content, which I don't know how the validity behind that is. I've been told like, if you're trying to get your audience hooked on a new type of content, a new brand, then unlist that content. But I mean, I don't know if it's effective or not.
Yeah, for me personally, that's just content that is just kind of a dime a dozen and doesn't really have any personal touch to them, which is why I was thinking about deleting or unlisting them.
Yeah.
Or just private it,
Oh, you go ahead, Ray.
I was just going to say, like, for me, again, from a...
You've got like 5,000 videos on your channel.
I do, and they're all still up. I look at it for me. Thank you. I look at it from a like a Chronicles point of view, where I enjoy looking back, especially like we. You may see me walking around this convention. I'm vlogging it. I might be the only one doing it, right? That was a joke.
It's not really a thing.
Thank you. But no, like I have a lot of old content, but I love looking back at it. To me, it's like a time capsule where I can see like, oh, where was I as an editor, as a video maker, but also just seeing like us as 10 years ago, us, and just seeing that kind of stuff. I love looking back at it. But again, that's coming from the perspective of a channel that, again, as more of a hobby channel, where for me, the stuff I put up, I'm either laughing at it because it's still funny or laughing at it because I'm like, my God, what was I thinking? Right. But either way, it's still making me laugh. So I'm like, cool. So yeah, for me, as opposed, it's like I just leave everything up. For the most part.
There is like a technical aspect to it.
Yeah, that's
because I was going to bring up what Jordan told us.
About
deleting videos, where like if you delete videos, they're technically not deleted because YouTube keeps a record of everything.
Yeah, they keep like a record of everything now. So like even if you delete them, but it's one of those situations. So like as me speaking as in between, as like a full-on YouTuber hobbyist, like me who's like half and half. The way I look at it with the stuff is just like. So like certain videos of mine, like if I look at like very old stuff I did, it was just like, random anime clips mixed with this certain thing. So it's just like copyright issues left and right. So I'm just gonna unlist those. With other videos, like Jordan said, or like what Saber was saying, stuff like that, where it doesn't mix with your like current content. And so like what happens sometimes is when your channel blows up, you'll start noticing like an old video start getting views, and it's just like, wait, why is that getting views? It's just like, oh, that doesn't represent what I'm doing now. So it's not as as solid as I would want it to be. But there are quite a few videos, like Race said, where it's like, this was me doing my very first YouTube video, and it is like a time capsule thing of just like, oh wow, how far you've come from this, and this. So it's just like that cool little thing. So I just play around with it and see what you truly do like love and what you really want to like focus your brand on. But like, if you want to have like 1 or 2 or 3, or like, depending on you as a person, you want to have them, then by all means, like, keep them.
Gotcha. And a question from my friend Sammy, who's an aspiring content creator himself. He wants to know, when you do research on a topic, which might be most applicable to Saber actually, how do you go about it?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
No, honest to God, Wikipedia is a good place to start, especially at the bottom of the page. They got a bunch of sources listed in the article. It depends on the article, but it's a good place to just kind of cast a wide net and see what you can find. I mean, there's no shame in using Google and Wikipedia as a starting place, but it does help if you find like actually peer-reviewed articles and sources. It's like, damn you, college!
Right.
You taught me.
The nice thing about Wikipedia is that because everything's cited at the bottom of the page, if there's like a little sentence that piques your interest, you can usually go to the citation, and there's a whole article that expands upon that like massively. Like
Yeah, it
when
helps a
researching
lot.
Happy Tree Friends, there was like a little sentence on Wikipedia, and I went to the source, and it was an interview with the creator of Happy Tree Friends that was like 3 pages long, and it was chock full of like bits that weren't in the article itself. So like, if you're looking for nuggets like that, it's a great place to kind of
That
start
way you
digging.
can if you're competing against other people, they're just looking at the Wikipedia article while you're going even further with other sources that you might find something like that where it's like, wow, it's the creator right from the horse's mouth. Let's see what they have to say. It gives you a bit of an edge, make you stand out a bit more.
That was a pony reference, by the way.
It's a pony reference.
Yeah, I get that.
Jeez, guys, get over it. You're beating a dead horse. Thank you.
I'm coming over there.
Let me
You can't escape.
commit Sudoku.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. Guilty Gear has been my obsession for the past year. Thanks, Tommy.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Saber.
Hi.
2 questions. One, when is the next what happened or what ruined?
Oh,
you
I have
series?
What Ruined Bravest Warriors coming out in 2 weeks. Ooh. Yeah, that one surprised me. It was going to be more of like a whatever happened to, but I'm like, oh no, this show's dead. Like they screwed up. They completely shot that show in its foot, where it was like such a big deal in like the mid-2010s, and then I won't reveal the secret, but something. There was a certain entity that was behind it that made it fail, and I'm like, of course it was them. And
It was God.
It was, but yeah, it was. I was surprised because I'm like, wow, this show just really fell into obscurity, and you got a bunch of people who are like, yeah, what happened to Bravest Warriors? You know, where it was season 1 and season 2 were massively popular on YouTube, and then just went silent.
And
So-
how did it feel doing the Rule 34 video? Because I know with some creators, they're either like, oh, cool, there's this of me, and then it's like, why does this exist?
So I can do like very like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll do videos where I kind of tiptoe with YouTube, where I'm like, they might demonetize my video, and like I did one on like the adult version of Hamtaro called Ebichu, whatever.
Yeah.
And YouTube was like, demonetized. And I was doing my Rule 34 video. I'm like, this one's gonna get like removed. It trended.
Wow.
And I'm like, what do you want from me, YouTube? And but yeah, the Rule 34 video was.
We're on the How to YouTube panel. You really should be
Right.
saying, I have no idea how YouTube works.
But let's be real though. Does anybody?
No,
Nobody
we
knows.
really don't.
But yeah, that video was
We're all ashamed.
interesting and surreal, and I had to go to church 3 times on Sunday just to get it out of my system.
Can I just acknowledge the family that just left when you were talking about your Rule 34 video?
Let's go down to the vendor hall. Thank you.
No problem.
Think of the children.
Thank you.
Can you hear me with the mask on and all that?
What's up?
Okay, yeah. I wonder. Okay, so I'm a content creator on YouTube. Well, a lot of people in this panel are. I was coming at it more from a hobbyist perspective, and I noticed that when I'm making a video, I usually like to put a little bit of myself into it and all that. And I'm thinking, okay, one of my, I guess, a struggle, if you don't mind answering a slightly personal-ish question, but it's like, how do you keep motivation up while you're working on some stuff? Because I know, like, the whole struggle with making content is like sometimes a video will do well, and obviously a lot of times it'll crash and burn.
Yeah.
It doesn't do well.
You're human, first off.
Yeah,
So
I know. I've been
you have
told
to
that.
be kind to yourself and realize you'll have fatigue, you'll hit some walls, you'll hit some frustrations,
not
and
good
you're
at that.
and you're like, yep, I just take a break, or I need to reconvene, or do something to kind of just pace yourself. But
I'm going to add, especially if you're coming at it from a hobby angle. Like at that point, because I've had this too, where I'll have sometimes just the way schedules align, I find myself working on 3 videos at once, and I'm like, this is too much, especially for something that, because I work, as a mechanical engineer during the week, full-time job, and then I get home and it's like, all right, am I going to devote all my time to this? So. Yeah, again, with the motivation, I find that sometimes it is just necessary to step away and then come back to it with a rejuvenation.
I hope you don't mind me just adding this tiny bit, but how do you suggest someone bounce back from something like that? I don't know.
So what's helped me is that I'll use the Bronies React series that I do because those are daunting. I'll start with 12 hours of footage, and that's just from this guy. And then I have everyone else's stuff. And so sometimes, you see this huge project ahead of you. And I've found that if I'm just not feeling it right then, sometimes I'll be like, not yet. If I find that, I got a couple hours this day, the biggest thing that helps me, it kind of goes back to you just getting started with YouTube, is just starting on the project. Getting into it, starting to build that momentum, and then once I'm working on it, it's like, well, I'm already at this point with it. I already got that momentum going. I might as well keep going with it.
It really is that beginning, because I struggle a ton with self-doubt. Ask any of these guys, I'm the most self-deprecating person ever, and I'll sit in front of my computer for 2 hours and be like, why am I gonna do this? It's just gonna fail. It's gonna be terrible. But once you start, and I'm 5 minutes into working on an animation or working on a video, I'm like, I like this. Why was I so down on myself? And it's really just pushing past that initial barrier. And you'll be surprised how much your interest that made you want to do it in the first place will carry you to keep kind of that momentum going.
That's good. Sometimes it's also trying a different thing. If you're doing a video on one thing and you're I'm not really feeling this right now. Let me try this other idea I have. Yeah.
That's true.
Which I know Saber, you do sometimes, where you you have an idea for a video but you're not really feeling it, and then you go to another one. And it's oh yeah, I'll do that one instead.
Yep. And just pace yourself and kind of hop around from project to project and find what feels good to you at the time.
Exactly. You're welcome.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Excuse me if I sound shaky or anything. I'm a bit nervous, I guess.
No worries.
It's all good.
How dare you? Take your time. What's up?
All right. Okay. So all right. I was just wondering, I a few other people said, I do YouTube stuff. I mainly do video game reviews, and I've noticed a lot of the time whenever I upload stuff, it's if I'm talking about a game that I hate, that I think is complete and utter garbage, usually that tends to get more views than if I talk about something that's I actually enjoy. Would you say that's a common thing with
That is very common.
People love
Absolutely.
negativity, stuff it's a sad but true thing. They like seeing people go, I freaking hate this. Sorry. And so it's just
You
one of those
killed her.
situations. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
This
And
man's
so
built an
it's just
entire career
it-
on dunking on stuff. It's just the way it is.
Punching
that negative emotion does a lot better. That's why even Facebook, their entire algorithm is built around negative emotions. That's why you hate all your family now. Facebook realized that negativity is what sells. It's really
explains a lot.
strange, right? Because it's more fun to talk about what you love. Because channeling that same kind of emotional high into this is the coolest thing ever, and nobody believes you because they don't watch it. But
I get people on Twitter who are like, Saber, you should talk about something that's good for once. And I talk about Lilo and Stitch.
You don't want to see
and
it.
9 people watched the video. And then I talked about some garbage movie the next week, and 1 million people watched it.
Well,
I'm
no, but
it's their fault.
We did 12 videos on Saberspark 64 on positive things. We're just talking about things in the industry. They got 12K views. We're Family Guy Online was garbage. 400K views in a week. It's all right.
I think I know. I've thought about that. I think I actually know why negativity does better, and I feel no one wants to or feels the desire to fix something that's good or that they like. When you can complain about something, or there's something that's a cause, that's something to get behind, that's something to fix, to change. We enjoy the nice things, but it doesn't feel like we have to work for them if they already exist.
By the way, folks, we have a riffing panel where we're going to watch some terrible movies and laugh at it a few hours from now, all right? Let's bad movies. No. What's that? Right, and you got, I think another thing are people who are like contrarians, where they're like, well, why Elden Ring sucks, and it's like, oh, you know,
Right.
let's see what they have to say. But yeah, I guess negativity sells because it gets your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was just wondering like would that be something I'd be able to like maybe like work to my advantage because like
Yes, but I think it also pays to be genuine. Make sure you definitely, you know, stand your ground with what you're saying and don't be like superficial about it because I think people can detect that fakeness now more than ever.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
I did a video with Tom about Conker's Bad Fur Day, which we were like, we didn't really care for it, and the comments were like, kill them, and we're like, what? We weren't even trying to be negative. It just kind of happened.
It's kind of mid, and that was just sacrilege to say. I was like, oh, everyone who loved Conker just came out of the woodwork. I was like, actually, the Mighty Pooh is the best thing ever. I'm like,
I
you know what?
tweeted
More power to you.
I tweeted about the video, and then Conker's Twitter account retweeted, and I'm like, oh, Neptune.
Oh no.
I don't want to look at this Twitter. Thank you.
No problem.
Hello. Hello. By the way, we got like 10 minutes left, so that's the rest of the line. We're going to get through you all. We'll make sure we get everybody. All right, continue.
When you're in the editing room, how do you get past hearing your own voice? Because I can't take it, and I can't.
You just got to get used to it.
You get used to it because like I despise.
Not used to it. You grow numb to it.
Yeah.
You're like,
I found out that, like,
Saberspark, and you're like, just keep pushing.
I found out that like some people who don't get used to it,
and then you hire an editor to do it for you.
Yeah, either that or they don't edit well. Because like I hear mistakes that are in the videos. But you just kind of have to get used to it.
You just get used to it. You just grit your teeth and get used to it.
Yeah.
But if it gives you any peace of mind, like it's like when you go to school, you know, everybody thinks I'm a dork. You know, it's like no one cares.
Yeah.
Everyone's too busy thinking about themselves to care about you. What? What's that? Is there a curtain?
Oh my God, he's not wearing pants!
Ooh la la. Oh, that will cost you $10 on Patreon.
Stop smacking the table.
Da, da, da.
You know what's funny?
How do you get the views? Let me drop the drink.
Real quick, what's funny is I was like recording my voice when I was like a kid before puberty, and I remember how upset I was when I heard my voice next to my friend's voice, and I'm like, I sound like a girl. So once I went through puberty, now when I edit, I'm like, nice.
A woman. No, but like, yeah, you hate your own voice. That's just the way it goes, and you get used to it. Because you realize that no one's really judging you. Like I used to get folks, I still get folks who are like, why does he sound like a robot? Because I'm sure folks in the audience are like, wow, he sounds different compared to his videos. Because when I read a script, I'm like, what ruined Cartoon Network?
Hi, guys,
Versus me
it's
talking
Saber.
casually or whatever. But you get used to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. What's up?
Hello. I think you'll be piqued, Saber, by this question, being with your ever so wonderful relationship with YouTube. If you could walk into YouTube, just take charge, do whatever the heck you want to the system that they're running, what would it be? Like change the algorithm, change the rules and settings. What would you
Just
do?
take everyone's subscribers and put it on my own channel. Saberspark's just the only one trending for the last 2 months.
Make notifications.
I'd find their bank and I'd steal their money and then I'd go to Mexico. You know, I'm out of here. I'm out of this monkey
Can you
suit.
fix subscriptions while you're in there?
Nobody
Yeah,
does.
please.
If I can save me, I will save me. I mean, it's a company, it's a corporation. So like, I think the sad thing is that like we have to realize as content creators we're a means to an end, and we are replaceable. So once they are like, you know, human no longer useful to system, get out. It's very impersonal that way. So at the same time, get what you can while you can. You know, it's a company. Who gives a damn? You'll take as much as you can.
Right.
Are you just afraid of saying something because you don't want to get canceled by YouTube?
Screw YouTube. Hate them.
There we go. Better.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. And on that news, good luck to your YouTube crew.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
Hello.
Yo.
So first off, I just want to say, if it wasn't for your guys' creative works, I would have never been able to get on YouTube as well as gain up to, as of right now, I just hit 500 subs.
Hey!
Congrats.
Halfway from getting paid, yay!
Yay, awesome.
So my question is, while I've been doing reactions and reviews mostly through Facecam formats, I just recently gained bases of my PaleoSteno Harmonite, and I was wondering, what advice do you have? I'm trying to go into this different approach where I do reactions and reviews, pretty much in your style, Saber, in animatic format. And I just want to know, what advice do you have for people who go from face cam to like animatic?
See what the viewers like, I guess. Make something that's pleasing to the eye.
The nice thing about VO is that you're a lot more flexible with edits because you don't have to worry about really jarring jump cuts. So as long as you can smooth out the audio, you can kind of edit your flubs out a lot easier and have things flow smoother.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a nice thing.
That's a utility.
Yeah, that's
And
really
not-
nice.
And not only that, but also the syncing as well as the time pacing matches up more precisely when you're recording your voice other than recording like your actual video, because I had to go on iMovie and just really watch the whole video and then just cut.
Sync it up, yeah.
Yes, so that way it syncs up. While as with my voice recording, it's just right there, and then I just have to put in the basses and boom. But
There you
of course
go.
it's
Yeah, there you
iMovie,
go.
So I gotta try to make a rough draft and then a final draft, which, by the way, so far I'm on my final draft version of my reaction to your reaction race to tell your tale. Thanks for giving me the pump.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to do a lightning round so we can get through everybody. We got 5 minutes. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
What's up?
All right. Oh, okay, I'll be real quick. First, I just want to say, Jaxblade.
Yo.
You're one of my biggest inspirations for trying to work out. And
Oh,
get
nice,
stronger.
dude. Congrats. Like, that takes a lot.
I think he's all of our inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got stronger, and now I'm trying to get bigger. to
Oh,
match
yeah.
you. And now for my question, what is the biggest pain point, like technically speaking, for like making a video? Is it like the editing, dealing with the audio, or just research?
It depends on you, because for some folks, like I dread recording sometime where I'm like, I sound awful today, and it just completely discourages me.
No.
I hate editing.
No,
I
yeah,
can't
editing I
stand
think
editing.
is just the like okay, because I think it depends though, because like some of us have editors for us, because like I know for me sometimes editing can be fun because it's like, oh, I can add this little thing, but it is like the most daunting thing when you have to like, I just filmed all this great quality stuff, now I have to put it together by myself, like without like, thankfully we got like Henry for that now, so it's just like it's like there's all this stuff that goes into it, and it's just like, bruh, it's overwhelming. So editing for me is just.
I love recording. I enjoy editing, but I hate having to deal with audio.
Oh yeah.
It's just, to me, that's my brain doesn't start to
When
work.
I hear artists who are like, I'm watching like a streaming or a YouTube video while I'm drawing, I'm like, I'm so envious of that. Because when you edit audio, it's like, I can't watch something
yeah, I
while
need the
editing audio.
silence.
It's just the audio.
I know of YouTubers that actually do that, and I'm like, how?
Katie does that.
They're called bad
Katie does it?
Yeah, Katie does something like that where she's like working on like writing scripts, and she can just like listen to stuff in the background. I'm like, how?
Well, I'm talking about like just editing video where there's audio in there, so you're like watching
wouldn't trust
something while you're
That's
editing.
all she does is like audio stuff. And I'm just like, how do you?
She's using 100%
It's
of her
totally
brain.
going to depend on like what your workflow is and what you enjoy and don't enjoy. Because for me, like I enjoy writing and recording because like that's my whole investment. I want to make a point of some sort. Some people are really interested in like using the medium of video to tell a story. So the editing is going to be their favorite part. Whereas for me, that just feels like extra work. I'd much rather just do podcasts. All of you need to get into podcasts and stop watching video.
Lazy.
But until that happens, my laziness will unfortunately never be able to thrive properly. So it really depends on you.
Thank you.
Thank
All right, we're going to get to everybody here. Yes, lightning round. Let's go.
Lightning round.
We need to get faster at lightning.
Okay,
We
so
do.
We do.
Hold on. You should. Yes.
So do you think having multiple series is a good idea or a bad idea? Because
Depends on the type of content.
Yeah, because it's good to have like. Didn't you say like?
It's
3
important.
tentpoles?
I'd say focus on one. Don't spread yourself too thin. But also, I guess it depends on the content. I suppose it's hard to answer because like it depends on you.
Because like you
what
don't
you're
know which
making.
one. Like maybe one of the series is great and will totally take off, and the other one won't do very well, and you won't know. Like you could spend all your time doing that first series, and it just kind of does middling, and then the first time you're like, I'm going to try the other one. That really takes
blows
off.
up.
It's
Yeah.
totally hard to say.
It's hard to say,
I would kind of just follow like your interests. Like if you kind of have an equal interest in both, maybe ping pong back and forth and see what works, and go from there. Like maybe one of them you're like, you know what, I don't really enjoy this series after a while. Like I thought it would be good, but now that I'm doing it, the other one's better. So I get those ideas out of the way as early as possible. Just kind of like experiment early because that's when you have the most flexibility.
Good luck, though.
Good luck.
Hello.
Lee.
Hello.
That's awesome. Love it.
Thank you. I'm an aspiring music artist, like
Ooh,
moderately. It's more of like a hobby thing. I don't plan to make it like a career. Like I'm not putting too much like I want to put my all into it, but not fully like depend on it, you know?
Right.
So I just got my first song produced.
Nice.
And
Hell
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to like posting it, but I would also like to make some sort of visual content to go with it. But I'm scared of the algorithm. So do
We all are.
Do y'all
Oh,
have
yeah.
any tips for like just kind of getting out there, but also producing your own content while favoring the algorithm?
Metadata. For music, metadata helps. If you put names of artists that you're similar to in your tags and stuff or in your description. And then for visuals.
And your titles, too.
Yeah,
Okay.
titles. And then I would also get something like After Effects. Just do simple, like you can use a graphic and then do like pulsing particle effects or something, and it can just keep it interesting to look at, but isn't too much work.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Good luck to you. And
Yeah.
good job on your music.
Yeah,
Hey!
for sure.
Hello.
Yo.
I make podcasts and also do YouTube videos. Something I do look forward to is working with other people who also make content. If I ever find them or if I ever reach out to them. Something I want to know is, how is your experience working with people across your content creator journey, such as doing collabs, making friends out of like with other content creators, and most importantly, disassociating yourself with a person or a person's drama you used to work with?
Oh. Well, I mean, all of these folks are my friends and we've collabed before, so I guess it's kind of worked out so far so good.
I think the thing that worked for us is that we were friends first, collaborators second.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, basing a relationship on a collaboration, like you're obviously trying to get something out of that person to a degree, even if you're not completely forward-facing with it. Like you're like, oh, I want to get to know this person, but still, you want to leverage their platform. None of us did that in the beginning. It was just like, we're all into MLP. We're all have no shame. Let's all have no shame together.
We're all
and
sad
here we are.
20-year-olds.
So,
And as far as dissociating, get a good lawyer and a restraining order.
Yeah, no, going off that point too, you can tell when somebody is just trying to get something from you. It becomes very obvious, and that's not healthy. So
Also-
it would be good to disassociate with.
Big one I learned the hard way is don't engage. If someone is accusing you of something or making something up about you, if you respond to them, they don't care what's true. They just want to get under your skin. So don't respond.
My idea about that is like, when if it's you're cool with the person you did work with, but they got involved in something and people are just trying to get, like, other people from outside are trying to get dirt from you out of the drama.
Ignore it.
Stay
Just
out of it.
Stay out of it.
Stay out of it. Yeah.
The only
Stay
winning
out
move
of
is to
that.
not make a move.
Yep. Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
all right,
problem.
thank you.
3 more to go.
What's up?
Yo.
So my name is Brandon. I do music covers on my channel, rock, pop, punk, and metal covers.
Nice.
And I always like to give my fans something to like interesting to look at for each different video. I was wondering if there is a strategy to actually make videos look the same, and would that help in the algorithm? And if so, how would you keep that from becoming completely monotonous?
It depends on branding, if you got colors or a thumbnail that's like your
Thumbnail
style.
branding can be very helpful.
It's insane that like a video success is like 5% the video, 95% the thumbnail and
Title and
titling.
thumbnail is so clutch.
It's unfair.
Like that game is because like you're not even gonna click on it if that doesn't interest you. So it
The
doesn't
world's
matter.
greatest video. If your thumbnail is not engaging, then who cares?
Exactly. You have to judge a book by its cover.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Eye-grabbing images and captions and colors. There's nothing wrong with playing,
Yeah,
playing that dirty game of just
You
yellow
don't need a
and
design degree. You just need to use like something that's eye-catching.
high contrast.
When I use my design degree on thumbnails, they usually do worse. So.
Well, usually I do like nostalgia covers, so like people recognize the characters that I put in the thumbnails. If not, then it's like, I don't know.
Identifiable characters and traits. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck. All right. Home stretch. Yes.
Hello, Jaxblade and Saber.
Yo, how's it going?
It's good, you?
Good.
I originally wasn't going to come here at first, but if it was just going to be you and Saber, I probably would not have come. But, like, Jax, the voice actor of Master Chief and Cortana were going to be here, so I thought that, well, if I don't go, I'll just live with regret. So
I need a weapon.
yeah, that. I just got the autograph yesterday, and I've been wondering if all of you didn't start your YouTube careers, what would y'all be doing right now?
Just be a personal trainer. Just be coach, because that's what I went to college for, was just being a personal trainer. So
Probably a
that's
Starbucks barista. That's all I was before. I was a barista before. I was a barista when I was to get my YouTube going.
Sweet.
I'd probably either be working a design job or living in a box somewhere.
Mechanical engineer.
Ooh la la.
Still got it.
I wanted to be a marine biologist.
And now
Hey,
it's
that's my
only.
thing.
I'm so close.
So, would y'all be happy with? Are y'all happy with what you're doing now, or would y'all have been happy with the other option or path?
Oh God, I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. So God
thank
happy.
God.
So
Jesus.
I'm here for work. This is great.
Yeah, I'm very blessed and lucky, and thanks to all the folks who like watch my content, make that happen. You all are amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, me and my sister are fans of y'all's content, so it's really great to be here and see y'all. And afterwards, may we take a selfie together?
Of course, we got in the hallway.
Definitely.
All right,
For all the folks who
appreciate
wanna
y'all.
Sign in autographs or whatever we did in the hallway. Thank you. We got 2 more folks left.
We're almost there.
Hey, so
Hello.
for brief like history on it, I do live streaming on YouTube. Hit that point of monetization. It was like, hey, what's the worst they can say if I hit the button to ask for it? It's no, right? The answer is no. Plus you're banned. So by some holy miracle, I actually got in contact with a YouTube human, and it unbanned me.
The
but-
elusive YouTube
right,
human.
right. But
Right.
so my kind of question is, I know it was mentioned like getting buried by the algorithm. Do you guys have like kind of that? Anyone been in that situation and recovered, or like any advice with that? Because it's definitely like the analytics or this line.
So I can actually I think do it because like back in 2013, because I would upload sporadically on YouTube, and so like I wasn't like consistent with it. Like I started my big series Stuff Like the Tunes back in like 2013, and I like did not upload consistently at all until 2016. So for like a whole year, I was just buried, done, gone. But it was because I just stayed with it consistently. And when I stayed with it consistently, like one of my videos popped off, and then all the other stuff stayed with it. So like you can, it's just a lot of work, and it's just like
Persistence is all powerful.
Exactly.
This is also why other platforms are helpful, because if your YouTube gets buried, if you can like direct Twitter audience or something back at it and kind of get it back in the algorithm again. So it's always good to diversify your platforms.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Last one. You might have to go to TikTok. Hello.
We don't say that
Hello.
word here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
My name's Tennille. I go by CodaBear48 online. I'm kind of coming off of a well, I haven't quite done it yet, but I'm planning to come off a hiatus from my little YouTube channel, Wondrous Wanderings Wares, and I was wondering if you guys like advertise. How do you like, hey guys, I'm here. What do you do?
Oh, just like advertise your own stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
like, how do
okay.
you advertise your YouTube channel? I know there's like
By making videos. Just keep making videos, and hopefully they get into the algorithm. And then I think trying to do it via like, I'm going to try to pay for advertising, I feel like it's never worth it. You're paying way too much. You're not getting enough back.
Yeah.
Post them on other social media sites too.
Yeah, you utilize
Instagram,
leverage Twitter, TikTok for real, to YouTube, but like actually paying for like ads, in my opinion, you're not going to get back for what we pay a lot more than what you should get back.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Well,
thank you all for coming out.
Yeah, that's
We're proud
a
to
wrap.
have you. Yeah.
So just a reminder, everybody, we have a What the Hell Is panel that will be coming up.
We're watching. I have 2 horrible movies that nobody knows about. I've been saving for this con for the last like 3 years.
And how many are we going to see at Who's Line tomorrow? I'm just curious. Yeah? All right.
And then there's the close your ears, small ones. There's the Cartoon Smasher Pass panel tonight at 8:30. You all are fantastic. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you all later.